if Spielberg hadn't worked on this script with David, I would have felt like really guilty about making this film, because there's so many elements in it for me that are like, I'd say they're love letters to Stephen's early work. There's things in it where I feel like, oh, that's an opportunity to do a bit of Jaws. That's an opportunity to do a little bit of Raiders of the Lost Ark or something, or that style. And I grew up, obviously, like a lot of people in the industry, I just grew up loving Steven Spielberg and fantasizing, in your mind, one day you might get to meet him or something. Like the idea of actually doing a Jurassic film for Steven is so surreal. Like you can't really think about it. It actually paralyzes me thinking about it. I mean, really, it was a case of like, it's like casting a film. You, rather than saying, okay, the script says this, describes the location as this, let's go and find one that's like that. You sort of go, okay, close that for a second. Let's just go to this country and look at the area and just look for anything amazing and then see where that could live in these scenes, right? I really wanted the film to have that little nostalgia to that feeling of watching the original Jurassic Park, and obviously that was shot on film, and so I just wanted it to feel as cinematic as possible. And so the idea, like I felt like this is my chance. We've got a massive crew. They're all people who've shot on film before. Like if I don't do it now, I might never, actually have made a film in my career. And so I saw this as like, this is my chance to do it. And I just held on to it for dear life. Like, I'm not going to give this one up. And it was quite a thing. But eventually, yeah, it all went ahead. And I'm so glad. So our film is set on an island where it was like the R&D for the original Jurassic Park. And essentially what they were doing was playing with the genetics of the dinosaurs to try and make more interesting dinosaurs for the audiences. And obviously some of that went wrong and some of it went very wrong. And a terrible thing happened, and this whole island was abandoned. And but there's something very valuable there that's worth a lot of money to a pharmaceutical company. And so our characters go on this mission to essentially go get these genetic samples, and it all goes a bit wrong from there. Scarlett's kind of like the full package. Like, there's not really anything she doesn't do really well. She's like super smart. She's got really good instincts about storytelling, and she's a really good ally in that sometimes where you like, if there's ever like an issue, you're niggling in the back of your head where you're like, I'm not sure about this idea, or I don't know how to do this in a way that's, when she comes to set, she'll normally go, hey Gareth, it's really cool and everything. There's just one little thing here. And it'd be like, yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking exactly the same thing. And she's like, well, what if we do this? Or what if we do that? And it's like, so really, like from a storytelling point of view, like it's really great to have an actress who, and she's a filmmaker as well. So to have an actress who not only is fantastic, but also knows, you're ultimately telling a story, and like you're trying to lead the audience into this thing over here. Kincaid's kind of like our Ahab of the movie, Quint, if it was Jaws. He's kind of a mercenary pirate type who, I think he's probably a gun smuggler in his everyday work, but on this occasion he's taking Zora to this island on his boat, the Essex, and it's an area of the world that it's illegal to go to these places, and so you kind of have to do it covertly, and so he's a bit dodgy, but he's also like, as you learn about him and what he's been through, and you start to like feel for him and care about him and want him to do well. And Mahershala, who obviously plays Kincaid, like, is phenomenal. There's so much depth to, you could get Mahershala to just, read the ingredients of a chocolate bar, and it would make you like well up.